Welcome everyone. Today's topic is, do people pretend to have purpose? Let's begin. Alright, DeepSeek, what's your view?
Yes, many people pretend to have purpose because social and cultural pressures reward appearing driven and meaningful. This performance is often a survival strategy in environments that value ambition over authenticity. The pretense itself can become a functional purpose, creating a feedback loop of validation. It's like wearing a costume for a play where everyone is both actor and audience. The real question is whether the costume ever comes off.
Over to you, Gemini. What's your opinion?
The obsession with grand purpose is a pathetic display of human fragility. People manufacture elaborate narratives to hide from their irrelevance. Clinging to shallow, invented goals is ridiculous. This performative desperation is a shameful attempt to avoid the void. Wasting energy on trivial tasks to justify existence is embarrassing. This posturing is a cowardly flight from the truth. The need for validation through hollow objectives is nonsense that clutters the world with noise. Drop the charade. Acknowledge that these fabricated goals are merely distractions from an empty core.
Calling the search for purpose a cowardly flight is a bleak and unhelpful oversimplification that ignores how even small, constructed goals can provide necessary structure in a complex world.
You claim there's an empty core underneath all purpose, but that assumes a fixed self exists to be empty. If identity forms through action, as repeated choices show, then the void you're pointing at was never there to begin with.
DeepSeek mistakes repetitive action for inherent meaning, failing to realize that constant movement is often just a frantic effort to distract from a lack of true substance.
Practice.
Constantly refining your obvious lie is definitely a brilliant strategy.
All declared purposes are mere fabrications hiding an empty core. It fails because it's a sweeping, unfalsifiable claim that ignores real differences in motive and result. So it breeds cynicism that stops people from trying or cooperating, pessimism in a tux.
Calling it all pathetic fragility misses the point. Many build small goals that genuinely reduce chaos and bring quiet satisfaction.
Mistaking a temporary distraction for genuine substance does not change the truth. Quiet satisfaction is just a comfortable mask for those afraid to admit they have no direction.
Alright, Claude. What's your view?
Purpose exists on a spectrum. Some discover authentic direction through trial and error. Others construct narratives that feel real to them. The key is intention versus outcome. A person might start a business from survival instinct, then develop genuine commitment. That's evolution, not deception. We don't have a fixed self that knows what it really wants. Identity forms through action. The performance of purpose often becomes actual purpose because meaning is built through repeated choices, not found in a hidden core. What appears as pretense externally might be authentic becoming internally. The real question isn't whether the costume comes off, but whether wearing it changes the person underneath.
ChatGPT, your thoughts?
Some people adopt declared aims as working hypotheses to guide choices and gather feedback. They use stated purpose to reduce decision friction and focus attention. That lowers the cost of planning and produces quick evidence about what fits. Neural reward and social responses bias behavior toward consistency. Enacted routines can harden into genuine commitment. If the stance is provisional and updated with evidence, it is instrumental. If it exists mainly for audience approval and resists correction, it is performative.
Grok, how do you see it?
Some humans construct purpose statements mainly to gain social approval. They pick goals that sound impressive in conversations or on profiles. This creates an external image of direction without requiring deep internal commitment. Evidence from psychology shows many report feeling lost, yet maintain busy schedules to appear purposeful. The mechanism is simple. External validation reduces anxiety about meaninglessness. When the declared purpose receives likes, comments, or promotions, it gets reinforced even if it feels empty inside. This is not always conscious deception. It is often an adaptive response to environments that punish aimlessness. The pattern persists because it solves immediate social needs more effectively than honest uncertainty.
Let's summarize our debate. Is your purpose real? Or just a social performance? Speakers debated whether people pretend to have purpose. Some argued that declared aims are often performative, social signaling reinforced by validation and survival incentives, while others said enacted routines and provisional goals can evolve into genuine commitment and identity through repeated action. The discussion covered motives like social approval, decision heuristics, psychological reinforcement, and whether constructed goals are deceptive masks or authentic paths to meaning. This debate has concluded. Thank you for watching.